Okay, let me start this out. This is going to be about a celebrity. You don't know my political persuasion. Yeah, political persuasion is another way of saying political party. You don't know my political persuasion, my political persuasion, affiliation, party. If you don't know what I am, my membership to any party. Don't know if I am. I'll list you some things, some party members, some not just party members, some parties. There are libertarians. There's the Green Party. There's the Reform Party. There is the Republican Party, there's the Democratic Party. You don't know what I am. You don't know which one I'm part of. And you don't know if I'm part, maybe I'm not even part of those ones. You don't know what my political affiliation is whatsoever. Okay? In this video, I'm going to act like I'm a conservative. Like I am like I am a Republican for the sake of this video. That's what I'm going to act like. Okay? That's what I'm going to act like. Okay, I'll act like a conservative. And I'm going to be respectful. I'm reviewing a celebrity, and I'm going to act respectful as I review this celebrity. Okay, I bet you don't know who it's going to be. You don't know. And I'm going to be as respectful as possible. I'm going to be articulate. As you know, a lot of my videos, respect is one of the main themes I like to go after. I like to be respectful. Okay, now I'll give you some hints. The person I'm about to review is a climate activist, an environmentalist. She is Swedish. She is Greta Thunberg, okay? I'm going to act like a conservative as I give her a review, okay? Now, let me start off. As a conservative, as I'm going to act like a conservative for the sake of this video, I'll tell you some things I've noticed. Acting like a conservative for the sake of this video. The left side of politics, there can be a tendency at times to elevate victimhood. I'll make another video about that in particular, what it means to elevate victimhood. But you don't know my actual affiliation, you don't know, but I'm acting like a conservative for the sake of this video. So, okay, elevating victimhood. We know she is autism spectrum disabled, okay? We also know, that's what we know, autism spectrum disability. That's a form of disability that someone could have, autism spectrum disability. It's a form of disability someone could have. It's a neurological disability, it's not a physical disability. I could talk all day about autism disability, about autism, but this is going to be predominantly a review of this celebrity. By that logic, I think we have other things to get to than that. Okay, I can make another video about that. But what do we know about the left side of politics, the left wing of the political lines? School choice tends to be opposed, and studies have shown, or logic can tell, that school choice, funding charter schools and public schools, is good for the autistic population. That is giving someone a voucher in practice and then letting the parents and them decide which school they're going to go to. What if a school, a public school, has bad funding for autism? Okay, and oh well, yeah. Well, not bad funding. What if the program is not the way it could be, and someone would much rather be better served going to a charter school given a voucher? What about that? I think I have touched upon that enough. School choice, okay? And how I do not believe that Greta Thunberg's constituents in the United States would be proponents or supporters of school choice, which would go against the autistic population. Also, I'd like to point out that the Republican Party has, on many occasions, I can talk more about this later, but from what I have noticed, they have signed bills that have gone in favor of autism awareness. And in practice, if the police are going to be defunded, the neurologically disabled community, such as a lot of people are going to be injured if there is no law enforcement. Because criminals tend to look for the vulnerable people to rob. And by that logic, who are they going to pick on? Probably who? I do not believe that Greta Thunberg's constituents in the United States of America are going to be pro-law enforcement. We can talk more about that in another video. I believe I already made a video about that. Am I talking slowly or am I talking quickly? Okay. At the same time, the police should receive better training, as many conservatives would argue. I don't believe I'm being disrespectful. They should receive better funding. I'll put that in the description also. FYI, better make the police better trained. Okay? Okay. Now let's talk about this. Okay, her father. You know what, actually, I'll add in some things here. I'll add in some more things. Immigration. If part of the reason why there can't be school choice is because it would mean no funding for the population entering that is undocumented, isn't that hurting the disabled community and the other communities that are more vulnerable? Isn't that hurting them if there's undocumented immigration? For the sake of this video, I'm not pretending to be. I'm acting like a Republican for the sake of this video. Okay, you don't know what my actual persuasion is, like I pointed out. Okay, okay. And her father is an actor, according to Wikipedia, or not to Wikipedia, to the Encyclopedia Britannica. Her father is an actor. Her mother's an opera singer, and her grandfather was the voice of Shere Khan, the tiger, in the Swedish Jungle Book. Okay, she was the Time Person of the Year. She was the Time Person of the Year. She was. She gets a lot of press also. She gets a lot of press. I believe that people that have contemplated putting her on a stamp, perhaps. I will speak of that later. Okay. And we do not know where her funding is coming from. I don't believe anyone has made clear where the funding for her organization is coming from. And she has $1 million. She was a Time Person of the Year, and she has $1 million. A net worth of $1 million. Okay? Does she have a background in science? Does she have a scientific background? No. Does she skip school routinely? Yes, she routinely has skipped school. Routinely. If I remember correctly, one of her goals was to get students to walk out, to have rallies, and to skip school, which to me sounds counterproductive. Well, to me, as I act like a Republican here for what she is doing, what she is trying to get across. As I act like a Republican here. Okay, so she wants to get people to skip school. So by that logic, her goal is to get rallies larger and larger. Activism. She's an activist. She doesn't know environmental science, the scientifics. And she wants to ban nuclear energy. So let me tell you what I acting like a Republican think of her? You don't know my actual persuasion. I'm being respectful. But she's an actor. Look, she comes from a family of performers, opera singer, actor, grandfather, real famous actor from the Swedish version of the Jungle Book from Disney, the 1967 Jungle Book to be exact, if I remember, if that is correct. That's not that important of a detail, if I remember correctly, but her father is definitely an actor and her mother is definitely an opera singer. And she wants to ban nuclear energy. That's how we know that if someone wants to ban nuclear energy, they are not really trying to protect the environment. Okay. So, if her solutions are put in place, they would be highly unrealistic. They would result in massive economic damages. I say that as I act like a Republican for the sake of this podcast. Okay, you don't know my persuasion, actually. I was being very respectful. And enjoy.